People have different things, obsessions. They'll get that fridge magnet, or they will get the shot glass, or postcards and stuff like that. So a lot of my events and moments in my life are represented by caps. Hi, I'm Rannvijay and I have many obsessions. One of them is caps. Let's go. Back in 1993, when I was like 9-10 years old, my father acquired a VHS tape of the 1992 Dream Team, the Olympics journey of the US basketball team. Long story short, I'm watching this, falling in love with basketball, and what following basketball back in the 90s did was that you got into the culture of the players. Following Michael Jordan, I'm following Allen Iverson, Kobe, all of these guys. And when it comes to basketball, you're looking at the sneakers, and then they were into hip hop. I bought my first Jordans then, my first Kobe's. Kobe was with the Adidas then. My jerseys, I got a Kobe jersey, a Bulls jersey, and I bought a few new era caps. Initially, it was like just get different color caps, different styles, different trucker hat, get this, get that. But then your passions start to kind of percolate into your buying and your obsessions. I'm obsessed with basketball. I'm obsessed with Michael Jordan. So then a lot of these caps were like Jordan caps, different colors. I'm a Golden State Warriors fan. So this is like 2-in-1. It's very special because I don't have to wear two different hats to say if I'm wearing this, you know that I love the Warriors, you know that I love camo. It represents many things in me. And this is another great company that makes caps. Michel and Ness, they are very good. They make really good merchandise. This particular cap, as you can see, from the regiment that was posted in Siachen when I was there. Siachen is the highest battlefield in the world. More than fighting your enemy there, just sacrificing, staying away from family, and those living conditions are harsh. So it reminds me of all the sacrifice that the Indian Armed Forces does for us every day. And I'm very proud of this. Growing up in the army, you see a lot of people wearing caps. Caps are part of uniforms. So I've seen a lot of people wearing caps also. That influence was not, it was not like suddenly I was like, oh man, this is a nice accessory. I've seen it from the day I was born. This like Jordan, and this like the White Sox kind of hat, like I had to find the New Era showroom. I said, hey man, this is dropping now. Jay-Z was wearing it, right? You saw that, oh, Jay-Z's wearing, I'm a fan. So then I called my friend, I'm saying, hey man, I'm looking for this particular one, it's the leather black one with white, so send him a photo. So then I sent him in New York, he went to that store, they said, okay, we can reserve one for you because there's another batch that's coming in. So yeah, you gotta go through some kind of, it's not like you're shopping and like, yeah, black wala, ye de do, lal wala, pack kar do. It's not that. He was like, dude, I want this particular one. It represents something. So then you chase it. Some of these caps, they were bought for retail. And now if you want to get the same, because they don't launch again. Some of them are like drops, like some of those Jordans, even this one for the team. If somebody's a fan of that team and they want that, they'll have to pay resale value. So caps have also gone up in price. Because I wear so many hats, and now because I started doing, like I did RV sneakers with Fila, I realized somewhere that, man, people keep coming and asking me, ye aapko kahan se mila? And there was no real place that they could go and buy the caps that I was wearing. So I went to one of these cap makers, zeroed down on this company called Urban Monkey. I met Yash and I was like, bro, I want to do something with you. I have a different sense of style. I have a different sense of colors. So that cap is so emotional because all my passion and obsession for caps has now kind of funneled down into it being Exactly like when I would follow Michael Jordan and his logo would be on my hats. These hats, every time somebody wears, it's a full circle. Somebody's wearing my hats. So when I did my line of RV caps, I also did for Squadron, and it has my like signature camos there, military green is there, and all the guys from Squadron like Varun and Prince, Harman, everybody's been rocking these. A lot of these guys, skateboarders and BMX bikers, they were such talented guys, but in India there was no place for them. Like there was no place that they could just go and do their thing and get some income out of it. So I said I'll make a group where we get brand solutions, and I'll be part of that, and other people who are a little saleable. So we've done a lot of videos for many different brands through Squadron, and that's how the skateboarders and the BMX riders and the stunt rider, all of them, you know, it's part of their kind of job, financially supports them. I got signed by Red Bull for a year. This is when I was turning 30, and I went across the world and met extreme athletes and tried their sport, made a show, produced it, and I came back. So now I was part of the Red Bull family, and you know that was like growing up for a guy who's an adventure freak. And the first F1 was happening in India, and that was a huge thing for India, like a first F1 in the Booth circuit. And then I was in the Red Bull pit, the whole race. So it became so special because one, like MTV or other things that I've done, this is a brand that I've loved and I was part of it. And then for the first race, which is a huge thing for motorsports in India, an F1 race, I was there, and this is the memory from there. So this is also very special. This, my friend, was bought in 2011 on the day of the World Cup final from the stadium in Wankhede, and I was wearing it when we won. So what happened was that we went out to party, right after that. And I removed it, and I was like, dude, I'm going to lose this tonight. Throughout that night, I was just checking. I still have it, because this was the one thing that is, we won the World Cup, man, in 2011. And I was there, and so this has become very special. I haven't worn it ever since. This is that video game that we used to play in the 90s when Mario, Contra, everything used to come in like one cartridge. You'll have like 1,000 games. And Galaxy was one of those games, and it was just like so addictive. So as soon as I saw this, I was like, man, I got to have it, because as soon as you wear it, a lot of people will come and say, oh my God, this is Galaxy, and it's so colorful and pops. And I don't care if it's valuable or not, if there is a company or a tag, that doesn't matter. This represents something totally different. The first cap that I was talking about when I went to New York, right, and I bought it, it used to look like this. This is not that one. It was exactly like this. It was black, and it had a Bulls logo, because I was, like I told you, Michael Jordan fan. And that I wore it out in those years of college. It was just the same one, safe one. You know, you also like wear it, and sweat patches happen, then you wash it, then the color goes and everything. I wore it out. And then later on, I was like, man, I want to kind of remember that hat. So I looked for this. Like they have street basketball, right? And you can watch that if you want to watch. There's not enough space inside the park, and you watch it through the park fence. So this is an image from a Chicago park. How have I become a collector? Do I like it? What is this collecting about? First of all, every time somebody says you're a collector, I first kind of become defensive. I'm like, no, I think I'm a hoarder. Because I started collecting many things, figurines, collecting sneakers, caps. And I realized that in me, I have this collector thing. My obsessions and my collections are for everyone to enjoy in my life. My dad, myself, and my younger brother, same size. And anybody who can fit into my sneakers, it's like a library. Use it for a few months or whatever, or for a day, come back and give it, because I still want it in my collection. I remember when I wanted things and I couldn't have them. And it makes me value things even more, because I didn't have as much earlier. And it's the most beautiful thing. It's not like, I'm not upset about it, but the fact that I can just get, like, when I bought my first Kobe, I was like, felt so good, and it's from my own money. That's one thing that I try to tell young people, that all your obsessions that you're funding and all the resources that you're spending on your obsessions only make sense to me if they're from your own money. These things can't be like an obsession and somebody else is paying for it.